Hey friends, it's Steven with Leviathan Snakes, and for this week's video, we are going to be talking about what, in our opinion, are the best triple recessive projects to chase. And this is not so much like a top 10 list or anything like that, because there's a lot of them, but we're going to be approaching it from if you're already working a double recessive project, in, again, our opinion, because opinions are super subjective and people can have completely different tastes, but if you're starting from a specific double recessive project, which one of the other recessive genes should you add in to have the best bang for your buck? So we hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's jump into it. A little bit of context before we actually get into the meat of the video. If you are going to be working a triple recessive project, it requires a ton of space, a ton of time, and just a ton of luck, because the odds to hit a triple visual, especially if you're going off of triple hets to triple hets, it's so low. So because of this, when we are thinking of potential triple recessive projects to work, we want each one of those recessive genes to add a completely different quality to the overall combo than just simply making it a little bit better. And while we think that animals like a HYPO DG look absolutely beautiful, because HYPO and DG are so similar, I think that if you were trying to work like a DG HYPO clown, I don't think that that is the best use of space, time, odds, all of that stuff, because the difference between a HYPO DG clown and a HYPO clown or a DG clown isn't that much. So when we're going through all of these, really what we're wanting to do is we're trying to find another recessive that can wildly change the base double recessive combo that we are going to be working for. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into the list. If you're starting with DG Clown as your base, I think that DG Clowns are amazing. I think that they are some of the best looking snakes in the entire hobby. They hold their contrast and their colors so well all the way into adulthood, and it's an incredibly popular double recessive project to work. So if you are wanting to go for the triple recessive with DG Clown as your base, a couple of the genes that I think look absolutely incredible are AXANTHIC. I think that the work that Justin at Canova has done with the DG AXANTHIC Clown is absolutely wild. It is some of the most amazing looking snakes, and the fact that they have such incredible contrast and it's just pure black and white, I think that there is so much room for this project, and that AXANTHIC is definitely a way that I would go if I were working the DG Clown project and I wanted to move into the triple visual. In addition to AXANTHIC, I also think that the work, again by Justin at Canova, has done with Pied, the DG Clown Pied project. I believe he calls it the trifecta. I think it's an amazing looking snake. I personally like the DG AXANTHIC Clown more than I like the DG Clown Pied, but I think both of them are absolutely amazing, and Clown Pied is one of the most popular double recessive combos, so I think that there's a lot of room that you can work that project by go ahead and working in other genes into the DG Clown Pied project, and you don't necessarily need to create all of the animals for that project yourself. One combo that hasn't been hit yet, but I am super excited to see what it looks like once it is hit, is the DG Sunset Clown. And I think that Sunset Clowns are some of the best looking sunset combos out there, and they have so much room in that project. Just between the base Sunset Clown, the Spot Nose Sunset Clown, there's been so many other kind of Sunset Clown combos that have been hit that I think adding in DG, given how well it works with the DG Clown project, I think the DG Sunset Clown is a no-brainer. Moving on to the HYPO Clown project. I think that the HYPO Clown project is very similar to the DG Clown project, but they have like different benefits to them. So I feel like with the DG, it excels on contrast, but I think with the HYPO Clown project, you have a better array, a better gamut of colors that you can work with, because I feel like with DG Clowns, they tend to go very bright yellows and dark blacks, where the HYPO Clown, you still get a whole mixture of the color spectrum in there. And for the HYPO Clown project, I think that going for that AXANTHIC HYPO Clown is also going to be just as amazing as the DG AXANTHIC Clown. And same thing, I think that the HYPO Clown Pied will be just as incredible as the DG Clown Pied. One direction that I actually think has a little bit more potential than the DG Clown version is the HYPO Sunset Clown. I think that the HYPO Sunset Clown, I think HYPO Sunsets hold more of the oranges in them than the DG Sunsets do. So I think that the HYPO Sunset Clown will hold its colors absolutely beautifully all the way into adulthood, and I think you're going to retain more of those orange tones in the sunset that DG kind of turns more of a golden yellow kind of color. So I think that the HYPO Sunset Clown is absolutely a triple recessive project worth chasing. Clown Pied has gotta be, it's gotta be one of the most popular, if not the most popular double recessive project right now. And I think that the Clown Pied project offers a lot of different direction that you can take it in order to have amazing triple visuals. For me, I think that the Axanthic Clown Pied is the direction that I would take it if I were trying to work a triple visual from the Clown Pied project. I think Axanthic Clowns look incredible. I think Axanthic Pieds look incredible, and being able to combine those beautiful silvers and blacks in the Clown Pied base, I think is just gonna be amazing. Now, I think going on from that, there is the DG version, which we kind of already hit earlier when we talked about the DG Clowns. There is also the HYPO, which again, we hit a little bit when we were talking about the HYPO Clowns. One that we haven't talked about yet is ULTRAMEL. I think that the idea of an ULTRAMEL Clown Pied is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure, I think it's been hit already, but I'm not 100% sure. If it has been hit, I'll throw up some pictures if I can find some right now. The Axanthic Clown project is the project that got me super excited about the high-end side of breeding. I think that the silvers and blacks and whites and all of that stuff in the Axanthic Clowns it is unlike any other double recessive, any other project in the hobby. Besides all of the Axanthic Clown triple recessive projects that we've already talked about in the other groups, I think that adding in G-stripe can be really cool. I think G-stripe clowns look unlike any other clown combos that are out there, and I think having those silvers, whites, blacks, I think that is going to be a really cool direction for the Axanthic Clown project. Axanthic Clown and G-stripe. Dreamsicle has got to be one of the most visually stunning combos out there just on its own, period, and it makes it really hard to improve on it because I feel like with the Lavender Albino, it can make it hard to really find the colors that pop. That said, I think that adding in Clown to the Dreamsicle projects, that way you can have, I think it's the Holy Grail. I'm not 100% sure about the combo, the name of it, but it just looks amazing. You get that Clown Pied head stamp and it just absolutely wild. Now, I think in directions that have not been hit yet, I think that both Sunset and Monsoon added into the Dreamsicle project can do some really cool stuff. So the Lavender Albino Sunset has been hit, and it is one of the most orange, vibrant snakes that there is. And I don't think that the Lavender Albino Monsoon has been hit yet, but with how strong Monsoon is with its pattern alteration and how strong Lavender Albino is with its color, I think that that's gonna look really good, and then adding in the pied aspect for the triple recessive in this kind of base is going to add in a really large swaths of white that help out with contrast, and it's going to make it a really interesting combo. So I think some other genes, other projects that haven't been hit yet are the Sunset Lavender Albino Pied and the Monsoon Lavender Albino Pied. I think that they're going to be amazing. The Axanthic Pied project has got to be like right up there with popularity with the Axanthic Clown project, and I think that it has a really cool spin on the black and white snakes. So when you are going to be working, if you want to be working a triple recessive with Axanthic and Pied in it, I think that DG, given how well DG works in the Axanthic Clown project, I think DG is the way to go. And I think that beyond DG, I think that if you are able to hit a monsoon Axanthic pied, I think that that's going to be one of the coolest looking snakes that's in the hobby. It hasn't been hit yet, but once it does, I wonder if it's going to look like a Dalmatian or something like that. So I'm really, really excited about seeing those two triple recessive projects. DG Pied is also another really, really popular double recessive project, and you can go with the clown that we've talked about earlier. So you can make the DG Clown Pieds. You can go with Axanthic that we've talked about, so you can get the DG Axanthic Pieds. I also think that there's the Monsoon, which we just finished talking about, but one that we haven't mentioned yet that I think has the potential for some really, really cool combos is the DG Sunset Pied. I think Sunset Pieds look amazing, and I think that with the way that DG ages, I think that the DG Sunset Pied will have some opportunities for some really, really cool combos in the future. ULTRAMEL Pied is probably one of my favorite double recessive combos, and I think that it has a huge room for triple recessives just because it's so different than pretty much any of the other double recessive projects. Now, we've already talked about the ULTRAMEL Clown Pied, but I also think that the ULTRAMEL Pied Monsoon is going to be wild. Very, very similar in like function as the Lavender Albino Monsoon Pied, but I think that instead of having those like really bright yellows and kind of lavender hues, going more with the ULTRAMEL color spectrum is going to make it look just wild and super, super cool. And I'm just really, really excited to see how the ULTRAMEL Monsoon Pied ends up looking. In addition to the ULTRAMEL Monsoon Pied, I think that the ULTRAMEL Sunset Pied is going to be just probably my favorite triple visual once it is finally hit. So the Sunset ULTRAMEL is one of the best double recessive combos, period, because it's such a vibrantly orange snake. And I think that having those vibrantly orange colors interspersed with the bright whites of Pied, I think that it's going to be just wild. I think it's going to be one of the best looking snakes in the entire hobby. ULTRAMEL Clowns. I think the ULTRAMEL Clown is one of the most underrated / sleeper double recessive projects because they are so cool and it offers so much variety within the clown project while still getting the ULTRAMEL colors. And because ULTRAMELs hold their colors from babies to adults really, really well, you don't have to worry about like it aging poorly. So I think with the ULTRAMEL Clown project, one that I'm really excited to see is the ULTRAMEL G-Stripe Clown, because G-Stripe and Clown have such an amazing interaction. It looks different than any other combo out there. I really, really want to see the ULTRAMEL G-Stripe Clown version. I also want to see, because we love Sunset and because ULTRAMEL and Sunset go so well together, I want to see the ULTRAMEL Sunset Clown, and I think that's going to be one of the most orange snakes that there is. And with the pattern that Clown brings in, I think that it's going to look absolutely incredible. Last double recessive project that we want to talk about is the G-Stripe Clown. And we've kind of mentioned G-Stripe Clowns in a lot of these other projects, but I think that it is a project that is really starting to pick up steam within the last year or so, and I think it has a lot of potential for triple recessives because it looks so different than other double recessive combos. So for the triple recessives that I think look really, really good, or will look really, really good with G-Stripe Clown as the base, I think we've already seen the DG G-Stripe Clown, and it looks wild. Looks amazing. It's so, so good. And I think in similar fashion to DG, HYPO G-Stripe Clown, 100% a way to go for those triple recessive projects. Ones that I haven't seen yet, but I'd be really, really excited to see is the Lavender Albino G-Stripe Clown. I think that that's going to look really cool. And I'm really, really excited, as we've mentioned earlier, to see the Axanthic G-Stripe Clown. I think all of those projects, all of those triple projects are really, really exciting and definitely worth chasing. I know this video was a little bit different than what we normally do. It was one super, super opinion based. It's just what we are excited to see in the triple recessive world, but it is also a video where we weren't really able to show any of these snakes because either they didn't exist or we don't have them because we don't have any triple visuals. So we hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, but we will see you next week.